So the next question is C, where you need to do some sketching. And look, if you don't know, if you don't know your graphics calculator, it is a really hard question to do. Okay, sketch graphs of the depreciation equations on the axis below for the first 8 years. And now let's just start with what we do for sketching. First of all, you label your graph. Okay, so down here we have time in years, and we know that we have 8 somewhere there. And here we have our balance or value, or whatever you want to call it, balance value in dollars. And we are starting up here with $6,500. Okay, so far so good, so that's what we want. Okay, and now we could just draw in a line here, which would be just a guess because we actually don't know what's happening. So now let's use our graphics calculator to do some graphing for us. Okay, so let's bring our graphics calculator up. There it is. We go to menu, and down here is something called graph and table. Well, if we need to graph something, then graph and table should be the right thing to do, right? So let's get rid of whatever was in there. And now we need to do a little bit of work because we need to tell the calculator what to graph. So I'm just going to pull out the stuff that we need to put in here to graph what we want to graph. So what it wants to graph is a y and an x, and the x we need to put in there. So now we got lots and lots and lots of xy coordinates, and they all form a series of dots which then look like a line. Okay, so let's just work on this one. So the first one is the a equals 6,500, that's our principal, multiplied by 1 minus 0.15. That's the 15% depreciation rate, and we do that to the power of, and this is where we want lots of n's. Okay, so we put lots of x's here, not 3, because 3 only gives us 1 point, and for the other one the value, and look, that's essentially that y1 there. So whatever it says on the left hand side, that's what it is. Okay, so that's y1. y1 is the same as our a, but it doesn't understand a, so we call it y1. So, and here we want a negative 780, and you did all that in the beginning. I just look up at 2a. What else do we do? No, that's not what we do. There are no brackets in there. And then we multiply by n. We multiply by n. Remember, we want lots of x values. Sorry, x, not n. X, and we add our initial cost to that one. So those two, which is y2, we copy and put that in here. Okay, so let's jump over here. So that's 6,500. 1 plus, no, sorry, minus, we're depreciation, 0.15 to the brackets of, sorry, to the power of, what am I saying? Keyboard, we want to the power of x, because we want lots of x's and lots of y's, and once we hit execute, it will tick that for us. And now we put the second one in. We can use several of these equations to have plotted on our plot. Yep. And what do we want now? We want negative 780 times x. So we put our x there, and then we add our original purchase price. And again, we want to execute, and now we have both those ticks there, and now we want to plot. And as you can say, it just gives me real nice values. So it's, again, it's looking out into the universe because it doesn't know which part of the universe we are interested in. So let's tell it where we are interested in. So with that little one up there, and we say x, which is our timeline, we go from time 0 when we bought the computer equipment to time 8 because the question is asking us to do that, and the minimum is 0 when the computer equipment is worthless, to $6,500, which is our purchase price. Then we press OK, and I have done something wrong. Yes, it's 780 and not 780, and the negative, oh dear. Now let's try that again. Here we go. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years. Beautiful, and that is something that we have a look here. That's 4 and 330, 3,300, 4 years roughly. Now let's put that in because we are sketching now, yeah? So roughly there we have, oh dear, not very good with this. There we have an intercept. Oh, very bad, very bad, very bad. But you get the point, okay? So once we put down a number there, that's oh dear. Look, I'm trying again, but it's not going to look very pretty. Okay, I'm using a tablet here. Oh dear. Anyway, you get the idea. So all you do is you copy just this one. Okay, and that's it.